Imperium Percussion, and here is going to be our final Imperium video, 61 to the end. Sorry if I kind of hid the bass drum part. I wanted to make sure the picture was big enough for you to see. So 61, 62, great. We don't play 2 measures of rest. Then it starts off with a pretty simple rhythm. Now what I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of bracketed in red on this video, is you now have a double slash with a dot and the number 2. Previously you had like a single slash with 2 dots, and we said that was copy paste the measure before it. This one has a 2, which means copy paste the 2 measures before it. So it's measure 63, 64. We're repeating those for measures 65, 66, right? And we're doing it as a 2-bar phrase. So those 2 measures that we can actually see on our top line, we're going to do those a second time. That's what that 2 means. It means copy the 2 measures that were right before it. Okay, so now that I'm past that, I'll get into this. Starts pretty easy, right? Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ka, ti, ti. Right, and I'll say that again. 1, 2, 3 would be ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ka, ti, ti. Cool. Play it on my snare drum. 1, 2, 3, and. And then we know that the next 2 measures are copy pasting that. So if I started now from right after our 2 measure rest, I'm going to do the first 4 measures. 2, 3, and. And now we're at measure 67, which is the first measure of our second line. And that's ti ti ta ti ti ka ti ti, which is actually what we just played. The measure before that, right? Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ti. So pretty easy. If you look at 68, what an exciting time. We're just copy pasting that same thing, right? 68 ti ti ta ta ti ti ta ti ti ka ti 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 ta ta ti ti ta ti ti ka ti ti. So we copy pasted that all the way through 68. So I'm actually going to start at 68 and do those 4 measures, and I'm probably going to finish it out, but no promises. So I'm going to start at 68. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so starting at that roll. Right, we get that roll 2, 3, 4 ties into the ti tika, right? We have ti tika, ti ti, ti tika, tika tika. So that's gonna be our second measure, 3rd line at the bottom, right? Ti tika, ti ti, ti tika, tika tika. I'll play it. 2, 3, and. Right, so if I do the roll that ties into that, it's gonna sound like 2, 3, and. Cool. And then we have our last 2 measures of the whole song. So we have ti ti, ti ta, tika tika ti ti ta, right? Ti ti, ti ta, tika tika ti ti ta, right? So getting that, we've used to sing this ti ti, ti ti ti, but we have ti ti, ti ta, tika tika ti ti ta, right? So that it ends. So these are the last 2 measures. 2, 3, and. Right? And that last note's got this nice little on top of it and marcato, like loud, heavy, ending the song, right? So if I play from 68 to the end of our song now, it's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, and. Take you guys through the end of that song. And notice that anything is all like fortissimo. It's loud because it's the end of the song, and the word Imperium means all powerful, so snare drum ends all powerful. Cool, hopefully that helps.